of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds. League of Legends is played in 5 vs 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the Nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their Nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy minions, turrets, and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds. League of Legends is played in 5 vs 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the Nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their Nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy minions, turrets, and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds. League of Legends is played in 5 vs 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the Nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their Nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy minions, turrets, and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds. League of Legends is played in 5 vs 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the Nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their Nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy minions, turrets, and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds. League of Legends is played in 5 vs 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the Nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their Nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy minions, turrets, and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds. League of Legends is played in 5 versus 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the Nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their Nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy minions, turrets, and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds. controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the Nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their Nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy minions, turrets, and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds. League of Legends is played in 5 vs 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the Nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their Nexus wins the game. And most importantly, the Nexus. Players kill enemy minions, the first team to push into the enemy base to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds.
Destruction. Never be charity. The enemy you're fighting covers all society. Damn right, mommy's not here, gonna fight all night. Right here, shadow 10 o'clock direction. Seize the moment, destroy the nation. You run slow motion, maybe motivation. This sound and bombs hold ground. Surround up, don't
League of Legends is played in 5 versus 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the Nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their Nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy minions, turrets, and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds. League of Legends is played in 5 versus 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the Nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their Nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy minions, turrets, and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds.
At ayan, good evening Summoners
Good
at
evening.
welcome na naman sa isang live streaming of the Garena Premier League. At kami ang inyong commentators for tonight, Robbie and Gigi Regin. So
Hello,
ayan,
people.
so kahapon nanalo na tayo. No? We won against Bangkok Titans. I think we could definitely say na both teams kasi are looking for a win last night at ayun na nga nagtagumpay ang Manila Eagles. They have won their out of their losing streak. They have won this game over Bangkok Titans, and for tonight they will be battling it out against Singapore Sentinels.
Which
so yan,
is very powerful.
top 2 yan ngayon. At ito nga, you can say it, Aguilas versus Bangkok Titans. For tonight, it's Manila Aguilas versus
the
Singapore
Singapore
Sentinels. So yeah, watch the live stream on YouTube. Our channel is PH Garena. So yan, pakitignan na lang po mga Summoners. At ito na nga po, medyo matindi ang kalaban natin for tonight because it's the top 2 in the league. It's the second out of the 6 participants in the Garena Premier League. Singapore Sentinels, medyo before medyo naglalabanan sila ng standings between Taipei Assassins when it comes to the games won, but we could definitely see here na top 1 ng Taipei Assassins with 2 wins ahead, and I think we still have a chance. Meron pa tayong pag-asang humabol dyan, I think. Gigi Regin, what
Yes.
are your thoughts dyan?
Well, sa nakikita ko, napakalayo pa ng score ng Manila Aguilas sa
Ayaw pang
Singapore
humabol
Sentinels.
yan.
But
Yes.
I very much think na mananalo sila tonight.
Ayun, yun ang
So,
maganda.
guys, abangan nyo.
Meron tayong positive attitude, positive
Of
vibes.
course,
At ayun na nga po,
always.
kami ang commentators for tonight, Gigi Regin and Rabbi. Ayan, here to bring you the latest. And nga pala mga kaibigan, abangan nyo po, dahil tonight, again, watch and win
Watch
tayo
and win,
ngayon.
guys.
Ayan. So, guys, ito na nga po ang mechanics of the said promo, Watch and Win by GPL. Watch the GPL PH broadcast ngayon. Pag nalaman nyo na, panoorin nyo na, tutukan nyo na maigi ang mga every detail of the game. And you must like the Facebook page first before you can enter your answers. At ayan, the first 10 summoners with the correct answer will win a code. And this code, particularly for tonight, is a Rune Wars Renekton skin plus 1 Rune Page.
Napakasulit.
Wow.
So guys, magtawag na kayo ng mga kaibigan nyo, manood kayong pareho, magpaunahan kayo sa codes.
Oo, tigisang laptop, tigisang desktop, bahala na kayo. Paunahan na lang yan. But first, yun nga po, make sure to like your Facebook, our Facebook page, and then you can put your answers there and put your mga kasagutan sa ating tanong for tonight. So, again, for those of you who just tuned in, ito ang laban between Manila Eagles versus Singapore Sentinels. So, pwede ba natin itutok na dun sa Hindi pa, yeah, pwede na. Can we take a look at the... Ayan! Wow!
So,
Lugi sa background. Ayan.
Playing for tonight for the Manila Eagles is Misery,
Rebenga, Kaigu, VYY, Snoy.
and Snoy.
So, makikita natin dito. Napakaganda ng Ayan na nga. Si Snoy, ang tinatawag ni Singapore Sentinel, hallelujah. So talagang makikita mo dito, talagang lahat ng ating players in the league are very close friends. Walang personalan dito.
Yeah,
just
true.
Pure, clean fun in the league.
Actually, nagkita-kita sila lahat sa Vietnam and they are pretty much very friendly to each other.
Oh, yun. Yun ang maganda dyan.
Yung maganda dyan.
Yung walang isnaban, walang sort of tension in the air. That is what I like about our PH gamers as well. They're very friendly. Lahat ng mga ating mga community gamers, kwela sila, masaya. Kaya yun nga, again, ulit, papasalamatan ko sa mga lahat ng summoners na pumunta sa Rampage event. Thank you so much. Sobrang,
thank you so much.
sobrang, grabe yung support talaga.
Grabe nga yung pila nun eh.
Grabe yung pila nun.
Abot sa baba.
To the point na nakaka-disappoint na sa mga ibang players. But we keep that in mind, mga kaibigan. And for our next event, we will make sure na dire-diretso lang kayo doon, walang pilang mangyayari. Hopefully sa ating next big event.
So, hoping it's a bigger place, di ba?
Bigger place, exactly. So
marami kasi nag-expect ng more events to come.
Yes, exactly. So wala pa namang nag-start. Hindi pa naman nag-start. So can we
check out lang guys.
Yan. So ayun nga pala, nabanggit ko kahapon, I mentioned na nagkaroon ako ng arcade sauna, but now today is your chance to get the Astronautilus 200 RP lamang po, mga kaibigan. At magkakaroon din tayo ng Kamikaze event September 18 to October 2. So yan, at kung nga pala kahapon, congratulations sa Gods. Nanalo sila sa Pasay CM Storm, and also pinapabati ni GM Rob Justice, and then hi GM Rob Mapagmahal. Mara Pons nandito, si Adri, girlfriend ko, hi, and si Mike nanonood, and sa lahat ng Pons, hello po dyan. We are still waiting for them to start the banning and the champion selection. So,
so just wait lang guys.
Oh, yan. Okay, so ito nga again.
By the way, Rabi,
yes.
Marami pang nalilito dito sa Watch and Win. Some of them don't know kung saan ba sasagutin tong Watch and
Saan nga ba sasagutin yan? Well, makikita mo dito sa third line, comment with your answer on the League of Legends PH Facebook page, facebook.com/lolph. Make sure to comment on the correct wall post given by our Garena staff. So first 10 summoners. Well, I think nagsa-start na ang ating champion selection, and yun nga pala guys, remind ko kayo na you should make sure that non-friend messaging is enabled on your FB para makontak kayo ng ating Garena staff.
Oo nga naman. Paano ba naman
paano kung nanalo ka nga hindi naman nila makontak, 'di ba? So sayang naman ang effort na na-put into, Sayang naman, 'di ba? So okay, let's take a look now at the champion and banning selection phase of the game. Pwede na ba natin makita 'yan? Okay, so in a while. So ayan. Ako, ito na. Ang ganda na naman ng backdrop. So yan, the usual, actually, makikita natin dito, the first bans of the game are related sa top as well as sa mid. So, first ban of the night from Manila Eagles is Malphite, Vladimir for the Singapore Sentinels.
Followed by Gragas and Shen.
Shen most banned, pero nakakapagtaka si Morgana, hindi pa nababan. I think she's the second most banned in the league.
And another most powerful, I think, I saw si Diana, I think.
Oh, Diana.
Lakas.
Hindi natin alam. Ayan. So Manila Eagles banned Rise. Let's wait for the Singapore Sentinels for their last ban and third and final ban before they could select their champions. So ito na nga po ang sinasabi ko. Morgana has been banned already because hindi na kailangan i-explain to, ano? Sobrang sakit talaga ng kanyang ultimate when it comes to team fights, at pag wala, yun nga, pag hindi nyo siya na target ng maigi or na takedown ng maaga, it will be a big headache in the clash. Okay, so nakikita natin dito. I think the first pick for the champions is the Manila Eagles. Let's wait. Yan. So we can inuna nila ang kanilang for their ADR. It's Ezreal. Okay, it was changed to Vayne. Medyo yun nga naman talaga. Again, sobrang still lots of time. 15 seconds on the clock. Medyo psycho lang muna dyan. I don't know if it's the final pick. Ayan, the League of Draven. So, okay. Totoo nga ba talagang si Draven ang kanilang pipilian? Let's find out. At ayan na nga. So, si Ezreal. Medyo nga kasi, alam mo, nakakainis talaga yung ganun. Ano? It's part of the picking phase na pumili ng champion because, early because, syempre, kukontrahin nila yan ng other teams. Ay, Ezreal ang pinili. So, let's counter. Ano bang counter kay Ez? And then biglang sa last 10 seconds of the game, magpapalit bigla ng Draven. So ano pa pang-kontra dyan? So eto nakikita natin dito na
wow, ang bilis mag-pick na
Singapore. The pick of Singapore Sentinels was the pick of Manila Eagles last night. So makikita mo dito Corki and Alistar combo proved to be well, kailangan mo nga naman talaga ng matinding aggressive jungler to gank. At ito, inuna na ni Kaigu si Skarner. Alam mo, napansin ko talaga kay Skarner at sinabi na rin to ng kaibigan kong si Mike. Ang bilis niya mag-clear ng jungle, ano? Yun ang naging advantage nila last night against Bangkok Titans, kung mapapansin nyo kaibigan. So, ang aggressive talaga ni Skarner, ni Misery.
So, ang epekto na to kapag mabilis mag-clear ng creeps ng
mas mabilis mag-clear ng jungle.
Makakagang siya agad.
Yes. More time to gank as well as
level up fast.
Mas malakas pa siya mag-counter jungle kaysa kay Nautilus. Mabagal medyo si Nautilus that night.
Alam naman natin kapag level 6 si Skarner.
Yan na. Grab and kill na. Tama
huli
ka,
dyan. Patay ka.
At ito na nga si Rebenga becoming Blitzcrank for the support. Ito din ang nakakainis kaya Blitzcrank. Hindi ka pwedeng maging stagnant as a support, no? Hindi ka pwedeng maging magatambay-tambay sa bush dahil pwede kang hatakin ni Blitzcrank on the other side and killing you in the process. So, eto na nga po si Harley Luyar picking Nocturne and Kyling picking TF. Eto, ito nang sinasabi ko, medyo may pagka-global presence itong Singapore Sentinels natin for this lineup. Makikita mo, Nocturne and TF both have global ultimates. They could visit any lane they want to as long as they're in the vicinity. Medyo malapit lang. At wow, ito ang surprising dito. Diana, no?
Yeah. Diana.
I think
it's very powerful, Diana.
Nakikita ko dito, ayun. Pinalitan ni VYY ng Yorick. So, bakit nga ba Yorick? Because si Yorick may matinding poke at sustain sa top lane. Well, hindi natin alam kung
pero
final
guys,
yan.
May 20 seconds pa. We don't really know kung ano yung pipick nila.
Yes. So, while we are still waiting, so ang ina-analyze ko dito is if they pick Diana, medyo isa din siya sa mga banned champions sa rank game. So, ayan, nakikita mo dito, VYY again, confusing the Singapore Sentinel roster with their picks. But ito na nga, final na, wow, ang ganda. Si Diana ang na-pick for their AP carry, that will be for Kaigu. At ito, totoo ba yun? Draven nga ba talaga? Ayun.
I thought it's Draven, pero
so ito na nga, ang analysis ko dyan.
Napaka-global na yung skills nila.
Nila. Ang makikita mo talaga dito, and the Singapore Sentinels, they're more focused on having their utility ultimates of TF and Nocturne pwedeng bumisita sa mga lanes in need, no? Let's say for example, TF initiating the ultimate as well as Nocturne. Pagpasok ni TF, pasok si ang Singapore Sentinels sa lineup na to.
Rabi, who do you think yung jungler ng Singapore Sentinels? Because I see Lee Sin and at the same time I
believe
see Nocturne din eh.
Yes, so I believe na si Kyling, si Nocturne ang magiging jungler for this matchup kasi Nocturne has the potential to gank early on. And then yung ultimate niya, no? Talagang maganda.
And
so
actually, mahirapan ang Agilas dito. Bawal silang mag-isa sa lane dahil
tama.
pwede silang puntahan ni Nocturne or ni TF.
Yes, exactly. So makikita mo dito na si Hallelujah picking Lee Sin. Magandang choice nga naman as demonstrated by Snoy kahapon against Irelia. Ang labanan lang naman talaga dito sa top sustainability as well as the ability to farm. So makikita mo dito si Snoy picking Gangplank, a very very sustainable champion as well as malakas din siya mag-snowball late game. Di mo na lang mapapansin. Ganyan na pala kalakas si Gangplank, no? He is a very pokey character. So,
and actually global din ang kanyang SS, di ba?
Oo, global din ang kanyang ultimate. Pero mas useful talaga ang ultimates ni and instead so medyo malakas sa poke. Sorry, may term akong ginamit kanina. Ayan, thank you for noting that, Mike. Yung malakas mag-poke. Ayan, malakas mag-poke si Gangplank at the same time, if his parlay kills a unit,
may extra gold siya.
May additional gold. So
meron siyang poke, may speed, at may sarili pa siyang heal actually.
He is a pokey champion.
Very pokey champion, eh?
Okay. So yan. Again, guys, you're watching the Garena Premier League. I am Rabi and this is GG Ragin. And you're watching the matchup between Singapore Sentinels and Manila Eagles. And pasalamatan natin ang ating sponsors, ECS Motherboards,
BenQ,
Power Color,
Steel Series Professional
yes!
Game Gear.
And ating official gaming hardware partner, PC Works, and our official venue partner, Pacific Esports. Ayan, yan ang, alam mo na, yan ang buff mo eh. Yan yung binibigyan mo ako ng buhay.
Parang kayo nagbaron lang.
Kapag pinabanggit mo talaga ang paborito nating mga sponsors, nabubuhayan talaga ako, Sir Reggie. At ito na nga po mga kaibigan, we're still waiting for a few seconds dahil nga medyo may slight delay itong ating live stream. At ayun na nga, ito ang mga final picks nila. Misery again, and Snoy as Gangplank.
And sa Singapore Sentinels,
Singapore Sentinels, Darkness, Equivocal with Alistar, Kailing, Nocturne, Hallelujah, Lee Sin, and Corky. Played by Life4. At ito na nga po mga kaibigan, ni-remind ko kayo ulit, ito ang mga dahilan kung bakit kailangan nyo manood ng ating Garena Premier League because we have the watch and win. Ayan mga kaibigan, manood lang kayo na maigi, take note of the details in the game, at pag tinanong namin at alam nyo, syempre pumunta na kagad, tumungo na kagad kayo sa LOLPH Facebook page.
At abangan.
Abangan
nyo ang comment.
Facebook, facebook.com/lolph at make sure to comment on the correct post. And ayan na nga pala, para sa mga para sa mga hindi pa na
League of Legends is played in 5 versus 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the Nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their Nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy minions, turrets, and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the...
Wow, so amazing, so amazing.
Wow.
At ayan na nga po, tingnan natin kung sino ang papalag sa matchup na ito between Manila Eagles and Singapore Sentinels. I think ang analysis ko dito in the mid lane, medyo makakapoke. Parehong may capabilities itong si Twisted Fate and si Diana.
Yep.
Pero bakit nga ba laging binaban si Diana? Because ang sakit-sakit nga naman talaga ng kanyang skill set and nagiging makunat pa. So now we're going to start our matchup.
So guys, what you see now is the Manila Eagles moving out of their base.
At ayan, okay, the game has been sorry. At ayan na nga, makikita talaga, pati when it comes to the support, Fairy Charm, isang pots, 4
right. 4 of them have
four side site wards, 4 site wards, and as well as all the teams have boots and 3 pods. So yan nga pala, you take note that about their item composition and whatnot.
Looking here, nakikita natin, di ba? Parehong set items ng Manila Eagles and Singapore Sentinels.
Just like
probably ito yung best starting
yung sa support na forwards is because ito makikita mo si Rebenga, mauuna muna siya to place a ward on the blue buff, and then the rest of the team will be invading. Ayan, makikita mo dito. Ayan, definitely. The other team is doing the same while Equivocal and Rebenga is placing the wards both at the same time. Both teams also placed on the equally on the other side. Dito, pareho lang.
Tablang itsura nito dito.
Ayan, so makikita mo na si Misery is placed medyo far from the team, while the Singapore Sentinels medyo, ayan na nga, they're planning to invade.
But, Singapore Sentinels invading the blue of the Manila Eagles.
Kaya importante talaga to know na the enemy team has visited the blue buff. So ayan.
Wow.
Nakita na nila acting quickly on the attack.
Dahil may blitzcrank sila, syempre makakapitas sila ng isa
grab
dyan.
And kill.
I'm waiting for this, Ravi.
Yes, eto na nga po. Makikita na natin. Eto, ayan na. This will be a very interesting start between the Eagles and the Singapore Sentinels. Humatak! At ayan na nga. Equivocal.
Alistar, you're alive. Oh!
VYY gaining the first blood. So yan ang importante dyan. Ngayon na nakikita nyo mga kaibigan, bakit nga ba 4 na words ang binibili ng mga support ngayon? Well, because when it comes to these games, kailangan nilang protektahan ng blue nila. And in this case, nag-invade ng Singapore Sentinels, grabbing the first blood. Ayan napakaganda. Nakuha na nga ang first blood at nakuha pa ang blue buff. Well, again, I think ayan na nga ang maganda sa League of Legends. Nag-iiba-iba ang kanilang metagame na, So makikita mo dito na ang ADR at support will be placed at the top. Ayan. So they are not letting Hallelujah farm,
I think medyo mako-confuse dito ang Singapore
Sentinels sa kanilang they try to mix it up, Medyo kakaiba talaga. So wala talaga ditong predetermined rules na dapat solo top Walang ko-kontra.
Which is good para maiba naman, di ba?
Yes, mayroong room for being a different may room for being mysterious. Talagang hindi mo alam kung ano ang gameplay style. Talagang malaking factor ang pagiging pagiging psycho diyan.
And what I can see here, the Manila Águilas has an advantage dahil thrilling heal
sustainable. So what I can see so what I can see here is dapat si Misery should visit quickly the bottom lane dahil overextended nga lang. Pero yun nga, the reason they are overextended is because meron naman silang ward to back them up. So kung maging aggressive man sila, they still have a warning sign na, mag-back muna tayo.
Dahil may nakikita akong
yes. The same is being done by VYY and Rebenga on the top lane, placing a ward on the tri-bush of the enemy. So makikita mo dito, same lang talaga ang composition ng ating players, So makikita natin dito when it comes to the CS, mas lamang ng onte si Life4 by 5 creeps lane. So not that much of a big difference.
But I think it's a big difference kapag early gaming parang, di ba? 5.
At ito na nga sinasabi ko, both teams pareho talaga silang may planong may gank
sa taas, may gank din sa baba.
At ayan na nga, buti na lang nakaiwas. Ayan. Very nice evasion from the Manila Eagles. Good attempt there by the Singapore Sentinels, while Darkness attempts to initiate another gank.
Pero be careful VYY dahil wala na siyang flash.
Ayan.
So next gank.
Ang maganda dito, it leaves Kaigu the upper hand. Pwede siya mag-farm na maigi, but yun nga, being overextended has its disadvantages. At ito na nga, pinasok na ni Kyling at ito na nga si Darkness. Yan na nga po mga kaibigan. Will they get a kill from
Kaigu?
Kaigu?
And we'll see.
Ayun. So,
ayun
Darkness
lang,
has slain Manila Eagle Kaigu. Yun yung...
Very too late there for Misery.
Very too late there by Misery. Sana na save. But, again, yun nga sinasabi ko, you really have to be careful pag nawawala ang mid lane. Kasi, yun na nga, you have the idea of the mid lane na aakyat siya sa top. So, medyo kampante ka na.
And dapat hindi siya nag-overextend din, I think.
Kasi wala naman din siyang wards to place him on top. At ayan na nga po, in-initiate na saglit ni Equivocal at ni Life4 si Snoy. Yun na nga, sobrang sustainable talaga ni Snoy.
Medyo running out of mana nga lang tong si Gangplank right now.
And at the same time, nawawala na ng life ang kanyang turret. But makikita natin dito si Kaigu is, ayun, he is initiating, no, not really, but covering the bottom lane for Snoy to come back, May teleport kasi si Snoy.
Sayang naman yung experience sa mid. If you see mid, meron ng mga konting creeps and there's no one there.
Ay, pero nagpalit sila ng lane.
Nagpalit
with
sila.
Snoy entering the mid lane. Hindi ko alam bakit gano'n na. Nag-iiba-iba talaga.
I think it's a very good adjustment kapag nahirapan si Gangplank sa bot. And I think
so palit really muna. Medyo kaya niya. Oo, tama-tama. At ito na nga po, si Kyling backing out. Wala naman nangyayari that much. We could see here na it's just a very passive game as of now. And the scores are hindi naman sila nagkakalayo masyado with only 200 gold na lamang ng Manila Eagles because of the first blood. First blood. So patas na patas sila at this point in the game. So makikita natin dito, Rebenga is... What is Rebenga doing? So yan.
Going for top lane.
Mas maganda talaga pag may visibility ang buong team, That's good that Rebenga invested on wards. Yan nga naman talaga. Ito, they will initiate a gank. Wow. Hallelujah. Ayun, napakaganda. Yun, walang
nice
lusot.
Nice there by the Manila Eagles.
Yes, Gangplank, Snoy used his ultimate to prevent Hallelujah from escaping.
Right. It's a safety
he has no
move.
choice but to go to the turret and make some mga crossover moves dyan, Kaso hindi talaga naiwasan dahil na-secure na ang kill because of Blitzcrank as well. So ito, in-initiate na nga ayan na nga, in-initiate ni Diana.
Nice move there by Alistar.
Nice move there by Singapore Sentinels evading that initiation. While Rebenga and Snoy, ayan na nga po, come in for the kill. Ayun, napakagandang stun. Ayun, yan ang sinasabi ko. Global presence in the game is a very vital,
Hindi pa namatay.
Ayun,
one more
mahusay. Nakapaguling habilin muna si Snoy before that.
Medyo nauna kasi maging level 6 tong si Nocturne.
Oo, si Nocturne, makikita natin dito na si Nocturne nakapag-level up na agad siya into 7. At ito na nga makikita mo si Kaigu. Ayan, napakagandang set by Kaigu. Pero ayun, useless ang kanyang pag-heal because of the ignite. But Life4 picks up the kill. In-avenge niya si Equivocal, si Alistar.
It's good. 1-2-2. Yun nga lang, wala na yung isang tower ng Manila Eagles.
Ayun, pero nakita natin dito, Hallelujah has slain VYY. So, medyo lamang na sa kill.
Lamang bigla.
Yes, by 1 for Sentinel.
Hindi lang kills yun, isang tower pa yun.
Oo, isang tower pa yun. So, napakagandang exchange for Singapore Sentinels. At makikita mo dito that it's still passive gameplay na tapos na kasi ang mga heated moments natin.
Yep.
Makikita mo dito, mas lamang talaga sa leveling si Nocturne as compared to Misery. Misery, I think just turned 6 kasi kanina 5 and 7 pa yan,
And sana mas early siya naging level 6.
Well, I think both teams will initiate a gank on the mid lane as Kaigu and Darkness battle it out in the mid lane. So, ayan. Yan lang ang problema because Misery has been warded. At ayan na nga po. Nahatak na.
Nice move.
Nako, napakahusay ng galawan
wala
dito.
Wala nang flash. TF.
Boom! Ayan. Snoy has
Is it a double
slain,
kill? Will I say a double kill? No.
Oh no, it's not a double kill but it is a kill.
Yep.
Gained by Snoy, Gained by Snoy through this battle. At ito na nga po, dahan-dahang ninja moves ang Singapore Sentinels and dominating the Dragon gold bonus. At ayan,
And
they have not foreseen this event. Siguro nagulat sila, no? Paano na they opted for the Dragon kasi lahat ng gold, lahat ng champions natin ay makakaranas ng gold. At ito na nga po, Rebenga, saktong-sakto ang landing. Wow! Sayang ang hatak. Nakita mo nga naman.
Aabot pa yata. May SS pa yata si Ezreal. I think it's gonna reach.
Nako, hindi. At ayan na nga po. Rebenga tower diving. At ito na nga. Boom! Nako, nakaiwas.
But here comes Diana.
Yes, here comes Diana to cover the deficiency. Ano? At ayan na nga, makikita mo dito, it will be a 4 versus 3 battle. It will be a 4 versus 4 battle between the Singapore Sentinels and the Manila Eagles. As on the bot lane, it's a Hallelujah. Snowy battling it out. Makikita mo dito talagang sustainability and farming capabilities. So, again, ang analysis ko dito dapat
like we
and everyone gets high.
No, that's not how it works. I wish you got high at the smoke machine, but maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about getting high at the smoke machine on our live stream. So, what is there in the roof? Did somebody just
roof? What do you mean by roof?
Somebody's asking what LOL events are there for the Garena Carnival. I don't think that they've determined exactly what LOL events they're going to be, but booths throughout the carnival. And once you've played at a certain number of stations, you can collect these stamps. You can use those to redeem prizes. That's how we've had it last year around. I think they will be using that same system this year around. Not too sure if it's going to be different, but I'm very, very sure that the goodie bags are going to be limited. So there's always a huge turnout, and we can't always meet
the demands of everyone.
There's always a huge number of people, so make sure you come down early. Try to pre-register if you can. There's just so much awesome stuff. You don't want to miss out on it.
I remember last year they actually ran out of stock for the goodie bags.
Yeah, it's crazy. We always get like more people than we anticipate. So it really helps us if you guys go to the Facebook page. Go look for the Garena Carnival event on our Facebook page. You'll find that you can register for the event or you can tell us that you're going, and that really helps us out by giving us a general rough indicator of how many people are going, and then we can plan accordingly to have enough goodie bags for everyone and to just go around basically.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that all our players get their goodie bags, or as many as we can provide. So do help us by helping us like the Facebook and in a way give us a better gauge of how many people are going to turn up, which is a good thing for everyone. So you make sure that you get your goodie bag and not go home empty-handed like a sad emo kid.
So somebody's saying, do you commentators play League of Legends, and what is your favorite champion? Of course we play League of Legends. It would be hard to commentate about a game that we do not play. My favorite champion as of now is still Ezreal. Actually, I'm beginning to like Karthus a lot more again. Been playing a lot of Karthus and Diana. So right now it's Karthus, Diana, Ezreal for myself.
Diana, Karthus, Ezreal. What is my favorite? I like to play Wukong a lot.
Wukong?
Yeah, Wukong, because of the fact that his W is just such a troll skill.
Oh yeah, you can do a lot of funky stuff with that.
It's like you just W and run in the opposite direction, and you watch the enemies chase you in the direction you are. They predict that you are running, and just laugh and run away.
Right, and we would appreciate if people did not spam in all caps. I think from now onwards, I'm not going to acknowledge people who spam all caps. If you're going to talk in all caps, I will just ignore what you type in IRC. So, is Darius your brother?
Darius?
Yeah.
I think so. He might be my long-lost brother. I play him quite a lot. It seems like I have this epiphany with him.
Epiphany?
Yeah. No, this bond with him. Every time I play him, I always end up with at least 7 kills. But I do die a lot as well, so it kind of makes up for the failness. And we aren't in the game in the spectator mode.
I think we can just watch it from
spectator. Just right click
over here. No,
either that we can
go in here. You gotta watch through there.
And we do have our bans. You want to talk about them?
So yeah, we're at picks and bans. Jace there being banned out. Maokai as well. Morgana and Gragas as well there. Jace, a very, very popular pick now as a bruiser. He's very, very strong in his lane, very versatile against a number of different champions, and that is, I feel, why we're going to see the TPA Assassins going for that ban on Jace. Gragas, with that huge burst, and the utility from his barrel. Despite the fact that he's had that explosive cost nerf in terms of its cooldown, he's still very, very strong.
Yeah, if you nerf the cooldown, it doesn't really affect his burst that much. So overall, in terms of teamfight damage, he still brings to the table.
He does.
Yeah. And Rengar is going to be the next ban, which is very surprising because we don't see many Rengar players in the tournament yet, as of yet. Except Monkeys, who once played a really tanky Rengar that devastated.
Well, on Friday we actually saw QTV playing Rengar, and he was just dominating that top lane against Tofu, who was playing Irelia. And despite the fact that
Question. Okay, ako naman.
Some help in terms of gank,
Tungkol sa isang AP champion.
Level 7, even after hitting level 7, Irelia, one of those champions that once you gain levels with her, she becomes very strong. He still was
the
not
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 4 tournament.
Yes.
Yeah, brought to you by.
So again, we would like to thank. This event is brought to you by Garena, connecting world gamers.
Rengar.
At ayan, nako, hindi na mapapawi yan.
Sobrang
big event, meron
double, okay?
Oh, please write legend.
Nako, marami nang nakakilala sa akin dito. Hinahunting na ako. Magandang tanghali sa inyo lahat. Garena, this event is sponsored by Razer, for gamers, by gamers, PLDE Alpha Enterprise Relationships Firm.
Yeah, definitely.
And ECS Motherboards, Power Color, Unleash the Gaming Power. Ayan, kita mo nga naman ma-unleash talaga ang gaming power mo.
Nakatutok na naman yung camera sa atin. Kita na yung force ko. Medyo kinakabahan na rin ako.
Okay lang yan. Hindi, natatanggal ang aking kaba dahil sa hindi ng support nga sa atin.
At so far, nagre-reserve pa ako ng batteries ko. Kasi come this afternoon, eto na, magkakaalaman na.
Magkakaalaman na tayo kung sino nga ba talaga ang mamumuno ng trono.
Wasak ang wasak ang diwa.
Exactly.
Sino may isang uuwing nakangiti, may 8 uuwing nangihinaya. May 7 uuwing.
Very, very appreciated that makakaasa pa kayo ng marami pa kaming big events.
This is only the first time.
Yes, biggest event yet pa lamang.
And for our summoners, kung may gusto kayong batiin, just give us a note. And we will, as long as it's readable, okay?
Please write legibly kasi hindi namin maintindihan yung iba.
Minsan may mga di kami mabasa. So again, another roll call for the teams na kasali at nag-pre-register para sa ating wildcard qualifiers.
Yan, mahabang listahan to.
Is the key. Bearwolves,
MLOP,
EXP,
Tagia Boys,
B2ST,
Sasha Greyhawk,
Nobody and Nobody 2,
Team DK,
IOU,
Team Isabella,
Night Shift,
QT. Probably enough to chunk off half of Ezreal's health.
Yeah, depending on how fat he is exactly, it may be very painful. Here we're going to see that the support up for Ezreal with
by Gamer. Again, for those na tapos na sa spin to win, please move out of the area para hindi na tayo masikipan dyan. And we are now...
the two of these champions need to get levels to become strong. So it's going to be interesting to see here. Both of them, both of them are very vulnerable in the early game. Whichever team manages to help out their bruiser more in that early game, I feel is going to have a very, very nice advantage as they move into the late game. Archie going to be picking up Graves and Alistar going up against Sona Ezreal there. That's going to be a very, very violent lane. I like that.
Oh, you like violent lanes?
I do. I expect to see a lot of fighting going down there.
Means it's going to be a really exciting lane, but I wouldn't agree with getting cleanse on BB because they have mostly not airborne, so the cleanse wouldn't really help as much, I would say.
Cleanse being picked up
on BB.
On BB. See, he wants to avoid the stun there as well as the wall. He's not going to be able to deal with the knockups though. So yeah, you're right. But it's about half-half though. If you think about it, there's that wall as well as the equilibrium strike. So two champions there with some form of CC that can be removed by cleanse.
But there is one problem on TPA side. They do not have an exhaust. So Grace is just going to be free roaming and auto-attack. He's just going to be in auto-attacking heaven with nothing much to stop him there.
Yeah, that could be to go with cleanse there. I would have preferred to go with either
exhaust.
Yeah.
Double exhaust
or ignite while Sona picks up the exhaust. They really want to concentrate on keeping BB alive and keep keeping him safe, and because of that, they're going to go with the cleanse. Cleanse can be really strong, though, late in the game, because having that one extra chance to get away, in addition to flash, means a lot. It means just one more opportunity.
As you were saying just now, that AD carries need most. And I would say in team fight, yeah.
I mean, it really depends, though. You need to be there dealing damage all the time. You also can't be hanging behind all the time and not dealing damage. So that's the problem a lot of AD carries face as well, is that they don't behind too far, and then they end up not dealing much damage in the fight. So here we have the teams now we're waiting for that 3-minute delay. And while we're waiting for that, we can have a look at some of the runes that people are going for. Let's have a look at Violet and what he is picking up on his Malphite.
What a very attack speed. Interesting. Attack speed on Malphite is something I've never seen before.
Yeah, we normally see him going for either lots of armor, some magic pen is useful on him, but attack speed, that is not a very common sight. Movement speed is always going to be helpful, especially for him to land that unstoppable force.
Yep, and combined with his Q, he can get away from most bad situations.
Yep, masteries wise, I believe he should be going 920, either 21, 9, sorry, or 921 0. He's going to go for the 0, 21, 9 build. Lots of survivability. That the utility 3 is going to be very helpful with the increased buff duration, as well as a minor boost in speed.
It's just going to help him spam just that much more. So yeah.
So let's have a look at the team compositions again. I want to see how these two teams are going to deal.
Lane. What do you think of the mid lane?
Well, I was actually going to talk about the composition as a whole.
Oh, as a whole?
In the mid lane, I think Karthus versus Diana is going to be a farm fest. Diana has the opportunity of jumping in and killing him. But at the same time, Karthus, he doesn't have exhaust, so he has to be very careful against. Team composition, really like the Saigon Jokers, and the fact that they have a very tanky lineup and a lot of high priority targets. You've got the knockups, you've got that headbutt, the knockup AoE, they've got Malphite's knockup AoE, they've got Karthus
80% slow.
With his Defile, his wall. I see a lot of potential in SAJ. I feel that they have the superior lineup here. And whether or not they're going to be able to win this game is going to be based on how they execute that lineup. But I feel like they have a very, very nice lineup there.
You can already see the picture. You can picture the entire engage the ultimates and just do so much damage to the entire enemy team. Yeah. Especially on Ezra, I would say they would try and focus him down because he is very paper as compared to Diana, despite Diana being their AP carry.
But let's not discount what TPA has on their team. They've got Skarner, very, very nice initiation there. He's more of a mid-game champion, though. He does kind of drop off in the late game, because in the late game, you can't quite grab somebody and burst them down as easily. But in the mid-game, he's going to be able to pull somebody in, and they'll just smash that person to bits.
Yep.
So they're going to have to watch out for that in the mid-game.
Even in late game, his pull is still very deadly.
It is, but it doesn't have the same kind of effect that it does at the mid-game. Because mid-game, you can just wipe out that person instantly. Late game, everyone's a bit more tanky.
And even the carries have like Guardian Angels or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and they could even end up picking up items like Quicksilver Sash to counter it.
That's
so
true.
Once the game hits into the later phase, Skarner, I think that TPA has the stronger mid-game here.
That is true, because SAJ requires a lot of team combination of spells that they all synchronize with each other to kind of bring the balls to the table. But for TPA, they all have pretty strong individual capabilities on their own.
Right. So we are going to see both teams heading onto the field of battle here.
Skarner dashing all in his chili crab skin.
Chili crab Skarner.
Yeah, so juicy. And Malphite just gonna lead charge, and they are gonna. Will they go for a defensive or an invade? But you can see that all of them are moving towards the same side, and yes, they do meet each other all the way in the mid lane. Standing
of aggression there. Wow, nice use of the Crescent Strike there. Gonna land on Karthus. Lil Ball is being very aggressive there, charging up that Crystal Slash. Gonna be able to use a slow on his second Crystal Slash, but They are going to remain relatively cautious there, putting down that ward, going to give them vision into that. Mistake needs to be a bit careful there. He is lagging behind the team a little bit there. Nice burst damage coming out from TPA, and are going to be content with backing off after all of that damage being put out on both sides.
Yep, and as TPA continuing their aggression, just going to go into the enemy jungle. And but this is pretty interesting because TPA usually they like to play like the super late game compositions. This time they are playing the earlier phase of the game as compared to their enemies.
Right, this is going to be interesting. But we've seen TPA mixing up their strategies. They don't necessarily stick to the same thing all the time. They are going to get spotted though by a ward over there. And Karthus' lay waste will reveal Stanley. There's a ward over there by the blue brush. So they're going to see little balls as well as the rest of the team trying to go for this blue buff. Are they going to go for it? It seems a little bit risky to me.
Yeah, that is
They
true.
may just get cut off here. Nixwater QTV coming in from behind. Mistake is the first one who may go down here. He's got hit by that Ignite. First blood there goes to Karthus. The Ignite picking up that kill. Toys now has to watch himself. Not going to be able to get away if he gets hit by another Seismic Shard. The Seismic Shard does go down onto Little Balls. Violet getting very low there. Has to back off. But that is going to be first blood for the Saigon Jokers. And they will be able to protect their own blue buff.
Yep, and Karthus is the one who gets the kill. It's just going to bring him to his items just so much faster. Especially first blood, which gives a staggering 400 gold and assist. I would say 2 members of the team got the assist, so it's just going to bring top lane, the Olaf at top is just going to be a slight disadvantage compared to earlier. And Olaf here just going to, he is going to reach the lane first, so he might be able to over-level the Irelia here. So
yeah, it is very important in a matchup like that because Olaf and Irelia, like I said earlier on, both of these champions very reliant on getting up those levels to be able to fight in their lanes. So any kind of level advantage there, you can see Stanley already abusing it. He's 1 level above QTV, and you can see just how he's abusing that level advantage, being so aggressive onto Irelia. He would not be able to do that if he were just level 1. But the fact that he's hit level 2 just that little bit earlier allows him to be more aggressive by a large margin.
And that's just going to put Irelia so far back in terms of the laning phase.
Yeah, well, let's see how he's able to control that. He needs to be careful that he doesn't get overzealous. A lot of the times you see these bruises, they pick up a small advantage and then they start to get overconfident, and that's when they lose out because they get ganked by a jungler.
Yeah, you can see Malphite already having the red buff, might be able to move. Nope, he decides to back off instead, and Archie here going for the engage on BB. BB in back shit.
Oh, this is going to be a close one. Archie going for that kill. Now may just go down as well. He doesn't have his flash up. Junie trying to pick up that kill. He's going to be forced to back off there. He is only level 2. Doesn't want to go to take too much minion damage. I don't know if he has quite enough auto attack damage to finish him off there. QTV here taking a lot of aggression from Stanley. Stanley abusing the fact, and he is
level
slightly
2.
over level.
No, they are at the same. Oh, now he is over level once again. At level 4, just gonna spam his axe from afar. I wonder which spell he maxed first though. Can we check that out?
He's like Mel Gibson from The Patriot. And he's super accurate with those tomahawks. He's like crazy.
I haven't seen him miss a single one yet.
Accurate.
And Violet just gonna
just call him Mel Gibson.
You don't know.
I thought you were gonna say Mel Gibson. I heard the beginning of an M.
Oh yeah, I think I was about to say that because Mel Gibson was like the actor in the show, right? And here we go, TPA PV. They have. What did you say about bottom lane? Do you think that TPA has picked up a slight advantage there? I would say not really.
I think the Saigon Jokers there managed to pull ahead because of the fact that it was, after all, Archie that got that kill as compared to
No,
BB.
Archie didn't get the kill. Alistair got the kill. Yeah, both
but he
supports
stayed
got the kill.
alive at least.
Yeah, that is true. So in terms of level, it would be a little bit
a little bit of an advantage. He is dropping behind in terms of minion score right now, though, about 10 minion score. So we'll have to see here. It looks pretty close. Archie is a little bit low on levels there. He's level 3. He's being very aggressive. He really wants to go in for that kill.